Okay, so life is returning to normal. I have my new tailgate back. I say new because the whole shell was replaced. This King Ranch emblem right here, they were able to reuse. I'm actually getting another one coming in because they couldn't use all the grommets that I provided them to plug in the back of this one. They didn't feel it was a good fit, so they salvaged as many as they could from around the entire collision department and put roughly 90% of the clips back in here that hold this in place, and it's screwed into place, so I really don't think it's going anywhere. I don't know why they needed to replace that. But that being said, I am not 100% happy with the work that was done. The paint job looks fantastic. I mean, the paint is absolutely great. It matches very well. The ruby red looks beautiful as always, but there's just some other areas that I'm not overly impressed. Let me give you an example. So first of all, instead of removing the Velcro straps that the bed rug cover attaches to, they spray lined over them. I had to use new Velcro straps next to them to adhere this to the back. And the reason why I use this is when you're loading stuff in the back, whether it's a hitch or something else, this just protects that stuff from getting scratched on the bed lining material. So this just peels off. It's Velcro attached, but I can't really peel these off anymore because they are bed lined to the actual cover. I figured it would have been a simple enough process for them just to remove the Velcro and put new pieces on, or I'd put the pieces on like I did here, but I guess I couldn't do that. Number two, the fitment of the step in the new tailgate isn't exactly what I would consider to be OEM. What I mean by that is, before you could press this button and this would pop out a hair. Now it does nothing. So I essentially have to pull on it to get it out. It might be just tight fitting inside of here, but they had forgot to transfer this piece over from my old tailgate. This just bolts into place. So I mounted this from the old tailgate, put it on the new tailgate, and it works just fine. But this still is a lot tighter fit than it should be. And it takes some force to put it in. I'm hoping it's just gonna get easier over time, but right now it takes a little bit of effort, but not enough for me to really take it back, to be honest with you. The only thing I'm really concerned about is something you all may be able to help me with, and it's the fact that that cable stop is looser, and I do not know if that's adjustable. I don't think it is, because I took this completely out and there was nowhere to move that up or down. And down here I don't see an adjustment point either. So that's the only thing that concerns me, is how would I adjust this to make it a little tighter? Now my only theory is, if I loosen both of these, I can slide the assembly up a little bit. So I might try doing that. And I'm looking at this spacing right here and coming around to this side, and it looks to be roughly the same on each side. So again, I'm confused. This cable is tight, and this cable has quite a bit of play in it. So that's it. So these are things that are pretty minor, but at the same time though, you know, the insurance company paid a pretty good amount to get this thing fixed right. And they've offered, of course, take it back, they'll take the tailgate off, and they'll do whatever they need to do to make it right. But I just don't feel like I should have had to deal with this in the first place. Anyways, I'm going to do what probably 90% of you think I should probably do and just tear that thing off right now, because those new Velcro strips weren't adhering to the bed of the tailgate, or the inside portion of the tailgate, very well, and I didn't want that thing flying out while I'm towing. But check that out. Look, they completely bed lined over the top of these Velcro strips. And I was able to peel this one off, and I was able to peel this one off, and you can see the factory spray and bed liner. And the main reason why is this panel right here was just transferred from the old one to the new one. But another thing I just noticed, they didn't tighten these all the way. So that's interesting. I'm gonna have to break out the Torx and tighten these down. Yeah, I'm just not overly impressed, to be honest with you. But like I said, this is what I got back.
Alright, so I wanted to provide an update to this story since the filming of the first half of this video. I was contacted by my representative at the collision shop, and he, again, was very embarrassed by all of this. He felt very bad about all of this, and he wanted to know how he could make this right. So I had informed him, of course, some of the issues that I had been dealing with, some of the issues with the tailgate, and one of the reasons he called me back was also to see if there was a way to adjust the cable on the driver's side of the tailgate because it was loose. So he was giving me an update on that as well. I really didn't want to drop the tailgate back off, again because I enjoy having a locking tailgate and a tailgate with a camera on the back of it, and I didn't want to be without that tailgate again and then have to go pick up my loaner tailgate. It was just going to be very inconveniencing. So I asked him, instead of doing all that, could I provide you guys the tailgate that was damaged and maybe you guys take a whack at restoring it, making it look better again. That way, the problems that I have with this new tailgate, you know, if I, for some reason, get really fed up with it, I could always take this off and reinstall the old tailgate back on. So he basically jumped out and said, yes, absolutely, we would be happy to do that for you as a way to try to make up for all of this. So I'm going to be dropping off the old tailgate that I attempted to repair, and hopefully he is able to restore it and make it look nice again. So that was a really good offer, and for me, that made up for all of this. I'm happy with everything now that he's willing to do that. So I just wanted to give you guys an update to this. It definitely turned out to be a situation that I'm happier with, and you know what? Nobody wants to deal with this type of a headache when you're getting a service performed. You know, you go to a restaurant, you order some food, it comes back incorrect, or it doesn't come out the exact way you like it. It's all about how they take care of it. Some places choose to refund you, some places choose to make it right, some places, you know, choose to argue and complain and say there's nothing they're willing to do. This, in my opinion, was absolutely a really great way to take care of the situation, and it left me much happier than I was the other day when I got the tailgate back. So, just wanted to give you guys an update. So if you guys haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, because I want to share with you all what the tailgate looks like when I get it back. Guys, I'll talk to you again very soon.